When you hear the comments made by your colleague, Senator Price, she's pushing back at some of the pressure she felt in relation to comments made not that long ago on immigration as well. Do you sympathise with her position on that, or do you need to be cautious given how, particularly in the Indian community, there have been many traditionally Liberal supporters? You wouldn't want to alienate a whole segment of the population, and as I say, many Liberal supporters in that mix.
Look, Kieran, I'm very keen to ensure that there's no mischaracterisation as to what occurred. Jacinta made a mistake. She corrected that mistake within an hour at the request of the then Leader's office, but then she was thrown under the bus by some of her colleagues. I was quite critical of Susan at the time. I felt that Susan did need to defend Jacinta. Jacinta did everything she was asked of. And it's appropriate that Jacinta stands up when she's called a racist. Look at the disgraceful comments made by a journalist on the ABC accusing Jacinta of racism. And now we see the head of news and current affairs on the ABC, as reported in the Australian today, documents I obtained through Senate estimates that made it clear that the ABC was going to back in this journalist for those disgraceful comments before he had even ascertained the facts of the matter. So there is no doubt that Jacinta she's a very effective politician. She is an incredible Aboriginal woman. She's a great friend. She's a great friend to the Conservative cause. There were many people trying to target her, bring her down. It was completely improper, and I hope and expect Jacinta will play a very important role on the front bench in Angus's team.
Yes, indeed. I'm sure that will happen, and you as well likely to receive a promotion. Has that been confirmed to you privately?
I never talk about private discussions, but I am not mincing my words. I do hope that I return to the front bench. But as Angus has made very clear, we are in such a dire situation, as we know. We've talked about this before. A primary vote of 18%. We are all leaders in our party. We all have a responsibility to work together as a team to ensure that we can put our best foot forward to fight for the Australian people. The Australian people deserve an effective opposition. We haven't seen that. We haven't seen the credible policies that we needed to see. We understand that that is just not good enough, but I can tell you we all have a big spring in our step under Angus's leadership. We are determined to get out there and fight every single day for the Australian people, and I think you can see that in spades already from the first 3 days that Angus has been the opposition leader.
Are you worried? It's been raised that the issue around the fact that it's your first female leader that has been rolled in this leadership change. Are you concerned about the political blowback on that?
No, because I think most Australians understand that when we're not travelling in the right direction, we needed to make the change. This is not about a gender war. This is about a fight for the Australian people, Kieran. It's as simple as that.
I want to ask you about something relevant to your local area, and in fact, I know across not just Victoria but other states as well, the move on defence assets and the consolidation basically of defence assets. Is this what's been the reaction in your area? Because there are defence facilities there too.
Kieran, the reaction to Labor's defence fire sale has been one of horror from every part of the community. Yesterday, I convened an urgent community meeting in Queenscliff. Around 200 people attended. It was all about saving Queenscliff Fort. People are horrified, local communities, veterans, serving ADF men and women, that this government is undertaking a fire sale that, from what I can glean, is not supported supported by defence, putting at risk our defence history, putting at risk our defence capability with no regard for the impact that this is going to have on 10,000 serving our ADF men and women, on reservists, on cadets that will be displaced. But I can tell you, there is a fight that we are going to have like no tomorrow. We have resolved, and there was a unanimous resolution that the fort must be saved at yesterday's community meeting. We are now on a mission. We'll be organising a protest in the next couple of weeks. We're saying to Libby Coker, we're coming after you, Libby. How dare you allow this fort to be sold in your electorate when you understand how precious this is, along with, of course, with land adjacent to the Swan Island facility and other facilities in Geelong, across Victoria, Victoria Barracks and Melbourne and Sydney. So many people are horrified, but we, I can tell you, Kieran, are up for the fight.
Okay. We will see, and we'll keep an eye on the front bench. But regardless, we'll continue to talk to you every week. Thanks, Senator Henderson. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Kieran.